You need like politicians like Miss Rachel need to go straight to the people.
Yes.
The reason she can speak her mind and speak with such moral conviction and clarity when it comes to the genocide in Gaza is because she's only beholden to real people, normal people who are watching her and supporting her. Screw Steve Cohen. The casino is horrible, like all casinos are. Steve Cohen is the owner of the Mets. He bought them for like more than $2 billion a few years ago.
But he's a good guy, right?
Google him. If people think Israel has the right to exist, then South Korea has the right to exist too, and somehow we're fine with South Korea paying for their own shit. So why can't Netanyahu do that?
Hello and welcome to the Mary Houlihan Show. Today I am joined by Chuck Park.
I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, I'm going to get right into it. What is going on with this casino?
Fuck the casino. Screw Steve Cohen. The casino is horrible, like all casinos are. If you haven't heard yet, Steve Cohen is the owner of the Mets. He bought them for like more than $2 billion a few years ago.
But he's a good guy, right?
Google him.
He's like a Trump
He's
donor,
a Trump mega donor. He donates to the funds that try to elect Senate Republicans and House Republicans. He also had a massive, I think still biggest in history, insider trading scandal. And by the way, as soon as he got his trading license back, he started investing in defense contractors and like private prison operators, the same companies that operate those horrible ICE detention centers in places like Texas and New Jersey. And guess what? Now he wants to do something great, like building a casino in the heart of Queens. It's a terrible idea.
So this is a guy who was found liable for insider trading. I think he had to pay out like $1 billion or something like that.
Close, I think like $1.9 billion.
Sorry.
So
$1.9 billion.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trustworthy guy that we want to own a bunch
solid dude, right? Solid dude that you want operating like I think this might be the biggest development project in at least modern history, if not the entire history of the entire borough of Queens. Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is, he has been slowly and quietly buying the silence or the support of every single elected official, local, state, federal. Like oligarchs are going to oligarch, and that's what he's been doing. And so it's crazy to see that this project that I haven't met a single person, like normal person who supports this project, but somehow it's gotten all the permissions, all the approvals, and they may break ground as soon as this year.
So why do you think that is, that like politicians are being quiet about it? Do you think it's like they think there's going to be a bunch of money spent against them on re-election, or what are they afraid of? Or are they afraid of like going against the grain, like socially? Like what is it?
That's a really good question, because like when most people think casino, they think like degenerates, gambling addiction, prostitution, like people chain smoking cigarettes and burning through their last paycheck.
Yes.
And that is absolutely what will happen with this one. And so you would think that people who are supposed to be community leaders, elected officials, would understand that at a gut level and be against it. I think what has happened is Steve Cohen, he bought the Mets. The Mets are a beloved team, and he's doing this thing called sports washing. He's like using the Mets Foundation and all these like charitable organizations and these lobbyists to sprinkle money on local nonprofit groups that do good work, to inject some money in the form of political donations to certain elected officials, including the person I'm running against for my congressional seat. And slowly, over years and years of just like pumping money and like watering the fields with money.
So all these random groups are like, well, we're going to lose funding if we complain about this publicly.
Or they've already taken it and they're kind of embarrassed of it maybe.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Or they are maybe going to lose 6 digits, maybe 7 digits of funding that is contingent on this temple to gambling being built. And some of these nonprofits, I feel for them because they need every single dollar they can get to do their work. I just don't think this is the money they want.
Yeah. Is it going to get built or what?
I have no. Bro,
is
last
there
time
still
I drove,
time to stop
there
it?
is. I mean, there is, as long as like they haven't broken ground yet. And I took the 7 train 2 days ago past it. It's still a parking lot. Mets fans are still drinking beers and tailgating on it. God bless. And so until they break ground, there's absolutely a chance to stop it. I think the those like scrappy organizers against that, and these are volunteers, they just give a fuck about Queens. They're fighting back and organizing and protesting. They actually filed a lawsuit just a few weeks ago. They're hoping to get an injunction against it. They're hoping a judge will see what they see, which is the corruption of like democracy, and issue a restraining order and stop this in its tracks. And hey, Governor Hochul, if you're a fan of this show, you can also stop it. You can revoke the permit and stop the casino before it ruins our communities.
Okay, now that we got all of that out, I should say, Chuck Park, what are you running for?
My name is Chuck Park. I'm running for Congress in New York 6th District, which is the beating heart of Queens, the beating heart of immigrant America, the most diverse, beautiful communities in the world.
Agreed. So one of the neighborhoods that you will be representing when you win, because you will win, is Jamaica, and that's where JFK Airport is. Is there anything a Congress member can do about weapons getting shipped out of JFK?
Wait, weapons are getting shipped out of JFK?
Weapons are getting shipped out of JFK, yes.
So first of all, JFK is out of the district. I get a slice of
okay.
like North Jamaica. But that said, tell me more about the weapons, because I haven't heard this story.
So,
what kind of weapons are we talking about?
Weapons for Israel. So I'm part of this group called Break the Chain. We try to break the chain. And, it's organizers trying to get labor unions to adopt arms embargo resolutions, and trying to educate people that work at JFK airports that you might be handling combustible weapons.
You're talking about like artillery shells and like 2,000-pound bombs, or like in JFK in crates flying to Tel Aviv?
I believe so. I don't want to say the wrong thing of specifically what the weapons are, but yes, they're shipped out of JFK Airport here, and in New Jersey, they're shipped out of Port Elizabeth.
That sounds, one, very dumb and dangerous.
Yeah.
I did not know that I was flying when I was like going on spring break to Florida, that there were also like weapons maybe at the airport nearby.
Well, that's what's scary, is like a lot of these workers don't know.
That's crazy. On the topic of like weapons for Israel, can we talk about that?
Yes, please.
Like,
yes,
especially
yes.
running for Congress, all this stuff about, defensive arms or offensive arms, I don't know why we're doing any of it. And let me reframe this for a second. I'm Korean American, and I was thinking about this the other day. South Korea is also like this critical U.S. ally in a dangerous part of the world, right? They're also a democracy with an advanced economy, with an industrial base. South Korea also has a neighbor who is constantly threatening them with like nuclear annihilation, and has these bombs and artillery shells and rockets pointed right at them all day long. But guess what? South Korea, unlike Israel, pays for its own defense.
Yeah.
They use South Korean taxpayers pay billions of dollars a year to buy U.S. arms and defend themselves. So, like when people ask, why are we cutting Iron Dome funding? How dare we not pay for Israel's defense? Like, Israel can pay for its own defense.
Yes.
Like if people think Israel has the right to exist, then South Korea has the right to exist too. And somehow we're fine with South Korea paying for their own shit. So why can't Netanyahu do that? At a minimum baseline. Like, forget about arming Israel, whether we should be sending them weapons at all. But in terms of whether we're paying for it, that should be a no-brainer. No, we should not be using U.S. money to spend to send billions and billions and billions for Netanyahu and his government to blow up kids in Gaza, or rain down bombs on Lebanon and occupy a foreign territory. So I feel like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think tax dollars should go to arming Israel. I think that's really interesting. I've never heard anyone bring up the South Korea points that Israel can afford to buy weapons. There's no reason for us to be subsidizing it. And I'm going to start using that. I'm going to start saying, South
you
Korea.
Can say you're like a quarter Korean, and so you have.
Yes, there we go. Yes. I'm like Emma Stone when she played an Asian person.
I do remember that. Yeah, that was a controversy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was looking at your Insta, I was watching your reels.
What do you think? Any feedback? Like, I'm trying out there.
I think they're really good.
Okay.
Yeah. And I really liked you had a video about Netanyahu and about, what he's doing in Gaza and Lebanon, and also forcing our hand into this war in Iran. And it's just cool to hear someone say this, because we all know that this is true, but for some reason, certain people in the media or politics, and it's also, we know that they know this,
Absolutely.
but they're being so careful with their words, and I don't know why.
Well, I think you do know why. It's
Yeah.
AIPAC.
Yeah.
And that's also that's all the reason why that, like, Israel can get handouts, but South Korea doesn't, because South Korea doesn't have AIPAC. Like,
Yeah.
there's this massive lobbying arm that dumps millions and millions and millions and millions into these, like, local campaigns, including the
Right.
one I'm in.
Yes.
Right? They are pumping this local congressional race in this deep part of Queens, beautiful communities that are the most diverse in the world. Yes, there's a Jewish community. I'm sure there are many Israelis living in the community, but there are also Koreans, Colombians, Venezuelans,
Yep.
Afghans, Polish folks. And for some reason, they are pumping a lot of money into this little race in Queens. And the reason they're doing it is because they think they can buy the politician who they're giving money to. And then when they need that crucial vote for unconditional military aid and bombs for Netanyahu to kill people, they'll get it. And when they need someone to stand down and not oppose the war in Iran, then they have that politician on a string, and they can pull on that string. And so I think that's why so many of our elected leaders are either silent or openly supportive of what Israel is doing, even when most Americans don't want it.
Yeah.
And I think I saw a poll that even, I think at this point, most Jewish Americans are against the war in
Yes.
Iran. So, like, what the hell are we doing here?
It's really crazy. And yeah, it works the same way in entertainment. Like, Miss Rachel is the most vocal, famous person about this. And it's because she's self-made on YouTube. She is not saying, oh, well, I have a movie coming out next year,
Right.
and these producers are going to pull out their money. And that's why your celebrities are being silenced, because they don't want to ruin their TVs and movies. They don't want to lose collaborators and producers who donate to the IDF. And I think that's crazy. Why not risk losing the funding? Just be honest.
And that's exactly the solution. Like, you need, like, politicians like Miss Rachel need to go straight to the people.
Yes.
The reason she can speak her mind and speak with such moral conviction and clarity when it comes to the genocide in Gaza is because she's only beholden to real people, normal people who are watching her and supporting her.
Yes.
And so politicians too, candidates for elected office, can also choose not to take the money.
Yes.
And so in my race, I will not take a penny from AIPAC, but I also won't take any corporate PAC money, any lobbyist money. I will only take money from normal ass people who want to throw me $5, $10, $100, whatever it is. And that means that I am not accountable to anybody except those normal people who I want to represent.
That rules.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say, like, oh, stop talking about AIPAC. The problem is Citizens United. But it's like, we have no recourse as regular people to overturn Citizens United. So the only thing we can do is complain at candidates and say, please don't take corporate money. And so, yeah, we have to name AIPAC and these other PACs.
Absolutely. And look, like Citizens United, there is stuff that people can do. Congress right now could vote on a bill to expand the Supreme Court. There's no the clause in the Constitution that says the number of justices is fixed. Congress could pass a law, increase it, and with the right president, we could absolutely fight to overturn Citizens United. We could get it done and get that big money out of politics.
That would be so amazing. It would be like it'd be like living in an actual democracy.
Yeah. Imagine that. I mean, it's wild. I mean, truly, like, it's a failure of, like, there's so many things that Congress could do right now. They're in session. Like, there's a bill for Medicare for all. It's been sitting there for 20 years. And guess what? Right now, Congress could approve that. And tomorrow, every single person in this country would never have to worry about paying a premium, a deductible, a copay, any of that. So many people who are living on that knife's edge, right? Afraid to get sick, afraid to get hurt on the job because they can't afford the medical bills. We could alleviate that pain right now if Congress just voted on it.
Yeah.
They could do it literally right now. And they won't. They won't because And this isn't just Republicans. A lot of Democrats, they're bought. They're
Yeah.
taking donations all day long from big pharmaceutical companies, from hospital corporations, from insurance companies. And so they just sit in their hands and let this broken status quo continue. I think we need to change that.
Yeah. God. Well, I'm very hopeful. Yeah, since doing this show, I've been meeting people like you and other people running for Congress, all of them not taking any corporate money. And it's made me very hopeful. I know a lot of people feel doomed about things, but I really buy into the idea of like, oh, if we just get money out, people will act on their conscience and vote on their conscience. And
Crazy idea, right?
Why not
do
try
what you
it?
believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be cool.
Absolutely. And I think there is a movement. I mean, call it that. Like there are elections all over the country where people are finally seeing that we have this like crusty old bought establishment, and it's not left or right, Democrat or Republican necessarily. It's just people who are bought, working for the oligarchs, and people who refuse to be bought. And you see that whether it's Graham Plattner or Abdul El-Sayed in Michigan, but it's candidates across the country who are pledging to not be bought.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be one of those candidates. I think that's what we need. We need people who, again, will do the most basic thing, just like vote and act in accordance with what they believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's this about the Working Families Party? What happened there?
That's like hyper local. Look, I love what the Working Families Party stands for nationally in New York. They're supposed to be the ride or die, like progressive check on the Democrats, right? The left edge. And I am, like, to be clear, I'm not a career politician. I'm a dad. I got 2 kids. I drop them off at school every morning. I was working a city government job. But I'm brand new to politics. And I was totally naive. I thought, okay, I'm running for office now. I hear that endorsements are important. There's this one organization, the Working Families Party, that is super rad. And I feel like everything they're saying is what I believe in. I want to fight for. Great. Let me fill out this survey, this questionnaire to apply. I did that. Let me go to this interview with their rank and file members. I did that. And then let me interview after that with the rank and file members, plus all these like super progressive nonprofits and activist organizations. And at every step, I got this incredible support. So I filled out this survey, and then I did this interview with the rank and file. They voted to endorse me like 90% plus. Awesome. I got to the second step with these progressive groups. They voted to support me and endorse me like 2/3. So I thought I was locked in. Turns out there's a final boss that I had no idea exists. And it's in the New York context, it's literally 7 officers, 7 people in a closed door meeting. And from what I understand, like powerful establishment Democrats in New York State made some calls and killed my endorsement. And so in my eyes, I got Bernied. Like if you remember in Bernie's primary race, he was getting this momentum
The super
against
delegates.
Biden, the super delegates. But like it was Bernie versus Biden, and he was like notching win after win. He won Vegas, or not Vegas, Nevada. And then once he started gaining steam, every other establishment centrist Democratic primary candidate dropped out, endorsed Biden, and just like stacked the table against Bernie, killed his candidacy. So look, I'm not Bernie. I'm running like this little local Queens race, but it felt very similar. Like there's this closed door thing, and as much as the base, the people, the fire was there for me, a small group of people behind closed doors killed it.
That's so not fair.
No, it sucked. I mean, I still, I love what they stand for. I still am fighting for the same stuff. Like abolish ICE. Let's end these wars. Let's invest in healthcare and childcare. I'm going to fight for those things until I win it, and after I win it too.
So on the ballot, when it says your name, is it going to say a party?
When I win, it'll say Democrat.
Yes. Yeah.
And look, call me after I win in June. I'm still, my DMs are open. Like send me a message, Working Families Party.
Yeah, get on board.
Yeah,
it's
let's
never
do
too
it.
late. Okay, here's something I saw on your Insta. You're Catholic?
Oh, yeah. That's a random one. Yeah, I grew up Catholic. I guess like I never like canceled my subscription.
Sure.
But yeah, I
yes,
grew up
yeah.
Catholic. Yeah. So my parents, they raised me Catholic. They had me baptized. I had First Communion, confirmed, all of it. And I went to like Mass every Sunday, went to Sunday school till I graduated high school.
Wow.
Yeah. My
Are
parents
there-
had 5 kids too, so they're definitely Catholic.
Oh, for sure. Are there a lot of Catholic Koreans?
You'd be surprised. They're like, the church sent missionaries all over the world.
Oh, okay. That makes
and
sense.
so there's like a big missionary crew in Korea. Korea used to be a lot of Buddhists.
Mm-hmm.
And the Catholic missionaries changed that, I don't know, 100, 200 years ago.
Wow.
So there are a good amount of Korean Catholics. Now, do I still go to church? Maybe twice a year. Although with this Pope, like he's
I know.
spent some bars lately.
Yes,
yeah,
I love
so I love
him.
it. That makes you actually want to go back. So I am Catholic, and this current Pope, this first American Pope, makes me actually a little bit more proud to be Catholic
Of
than
course,
usual.
yeah.
There was a dark time in the early 2000s, the
It's
whole
true.
spotlight
It's-
stuff. And
it's
yeah,
true, yeah.
yeah. But sounds like we've turned a corner on that. But yeah, this Pope is awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
seriously,
him.
like, and he's saying the most basic stuff, like, hey, why are we killing kids hiding in rubble? Why are we going to war all the time?
Mm-hmm.
This is not what Jesus wanted.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's really crazy how like American Christianity, like evangelicals, no problem with war.
I mean, it makes absolutely no sense.
Well, we know why. It's because they want the end of the world to happen.
Wait, tell me more about that.
Wow. Okay, you don't know this?
Wait, they want to like trigger
Yes.
an apocalypse or something?
Yes.
Okay, let me
So
hear it.
okay. So I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the Israel lobbying is not just AIPAC, but it's also CUFI, Christians United for Israel.
Okay.
And so they mostly donate to Republicans, and AIPAC donates to both parties. And evangelical Christians in America literally believe that all of the Jews in the world need to go live in Israel. And once that happens, Jesus will come back, Armageddon will happen, and they want that to happen.
They want like the Book of Revelation,
Yes.
like the beast and all that stuff to
Yes.
happen.
And that's why there's like these lunatics in the military that are saying like it's a Christian war and kind of saying like, no, it's good. We should go over there.
But the goal is like to pick up every single Jewish person in the world and like send them back to Israel.
Yes.
That's the
That's
trigger.
what they want.
I don't remember reading that part in the Bible.
Well, no, Catholics don't believe that.
I definitely don't believe that.
And
That's
so,
wild.
yes, I called this a while ago. I was like, you're going to see the Pope and all these cardinals are going to come back and say, guys, we can't. They're not going to be able to stay quiet about it forever.
That's why I did not know that was like the theory of the case for
Yes,
why.
yes.
That's crazy.
And so, yeah, I grew up Catholic, and we spoke about this at home that like, can you believe those guys believe that?
Whoa.
But I think there's been like a silence and a political thing of like American Catholics have been keeping quiet that evangelicals are crazy like this.
Yeah.
But now they're like, you guys have killed
you
so
lost
many
it.
children. We really need to say something.
I mean, what's interesting is like you got the Pope on one hand and you have Trump, but then you have J.D. Vance, who's also like
Oh, yeah.
a converted Catholic.
Uh-huh.
And what's the balls on J.D. Vance to try to like preach recently, like try to correct the Pope on
Oh
the
my
Bible?
God, no.
Um,
He's horrible.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
totally.
a real Catholic.
Not a real Catholic. Oh my gosh.
You heard it here. Yeah. So, yeah, I said that. Chuck didn't say that. Don't get Chuck in trouble. Yeah. So you grew up in Flushing.
Born in Flushing. My family's first apartment was in Woodside. Then I was in Astoria, and then actually moved to Long Island later on. But yeah, Flushing was. I mean, I don't know if you know Flushing.
Sure, yeah.
It's
Big fan.
7 train. It's like I think it's the second busiest subway station after Times Square. And you feel it, like you get out and you got like a Korean lady slapping Jesus flyers in your hand. You got roast duck. You got cars honking. You have like blue crab in crates like wriggling around onto the sidewalk. So just that that energy, that electricity in a part of the city that's not full of tourists
Yes.
is, I think, really magical and special. And so, yeah, Flushing is like almost dead center of the district that I want to represent.
I'm a big fan. I love the New World Mall.
New World Mall, that's the one. That's legit. I'm surprised you name check New World Mall. Yeah.
And I love the Queen's Botanical Garden, and I love the Mets.
But not Steve Cohen.
But not Steve Cohen. That, yeah, I feel like if people haven't been there, I don't know if they can picture how stupid and devastating a casino would be.
I mean honestly, like, especially because, like, look, our peoples, like our Asian peoples, a lot of them are really vulnerable to gambling. Like, they have these free shuttle buses. The worst thing, you see these like aunties and uncles and grandmas get on. They got these like crumpled bills.
Yeah.
And they get a free meal ticket, and then they go like to the slots.
Yeah.
And they should be at church or with their families or doing something that's not gambling and being a zombie at a casino. That already happens today.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if that casino was one subway stop away. So yeah, totally agree. Flushing is awesome. It's like so alive and electric, and we need to stop it from being gutted and destroyed by that casino.
I'm very curious who is in the casino business, because they're trying to do it in Flushing, they're trying to do it in Coney Island, they're trying to do it like at like Penn Station. Who is behind this?
I have no idea, and like I think a lot of those proposals like were killed, which is
Yes.
good. I think like the Coney Island one was killed. I think the ones in Manhattan were all killed, but there are now like 3 that were approved. One is the one at Citi Field. There's one at the golf course in the Bronx, like like at the Bally's course. And then there's one at JFK, like near JFK, called Resorts World.
Okay.
And so they're going to be like not one like huge casino, but 3 mega casinos within a 20-minute drive of each other. Like, I don't know who thought this was a good idea.
Yeah.
And like the whole theory is, oh, they're going to give money back. They're going to pay extra taxes.
That's what they always say.
But that money's coming from us. Like, it's coming from poor people.
Mm-hmm.
Like these grandmas and aunties, like spending their crumpled up bills. And so it's like this weird circle where that's not new money. It's coming from really poor people. And guess what? Steve Cohen and those other developers are going to take a big piece of it first before it comes back in any form to the public. So it's terrible. It's really disappointing. And it's horrible that, like, as much as New York City is full of this progressive energy and we're all about like fighting oligarchs, like there are oligarchs right here in our backyard, like buying up our democracy, and people have been mostly silent about it.
Mm-hmm. Chuck, how can people support?
People can send me money. I only take money from real people. Send me $1, $5. Go to chuckforqueens.com. If you're a corporate PAC and you're watching, I don't want your money. If you're a PAC, I definitely don't want your money. But if you're a normal person, throw me $1.
Nice.
Also, show up for my canvases. If you'd like to knock on doors across Queens, find me at chuckforqueens.com.
Well, I think you rock. I hope you win. I think you will win.
I think I'll win too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Bye.